Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another wonderful week of Adjuster Checkup. Welcome, welcome. Come on in. Come on into the room. Come on in. If anybody is here, let me know that you can hear me clearly. I am projecting my voice, trying to make sure that I can be heard. You all can get the information that you need for this session. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me turn my ringer off and my sound, all of it off. Okay. All right. I think I got it. Okay. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the Adjuster Checkup. Welcome, welcome back. Today is Wednesday, October 4th, 2023. And our topics for today, let me just pull that up really quick so I can remember what we were supposed to be discussing today because I have so many wonderful ideas and sometimes I can't keep up with them all. So let me see what was on the menu. I sort of remember it, sort of don't. Charge it to my head, not my heart, forgive me. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, okay. So this week, excuse me, this week we're going to be discussing in this episode, episode 6 of the Adjuster Checkup podcast. We are going to be discussing the key factors to getting deployed. Let's talk about it. I'm getting a lot of phone calls coming in since I started doing this on a regular basis. Emails, phone calls, DMs, and it's a lot of people out there that need help. You self-studied, you know, you went at it on your own, and now you're like, what do I do? I did all the initial stuff, I took a class online, I took a test, I passed it, I applied for my license, did my fingerprints, they gave me a license. I don't really know what to do next. All right. No worries. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna also talk about the best carrier certifications to go after. Some of this information is probably going to be information that you already know. I'm just giving it to you from my perspective. And if you don't know it, then great. You heard it here first. All right. And then our last topic is going to be about additional state licenses to target. All right. Additional state licenses to target. So let's first get into the key factors to getting deployed. Can you hear me okay? Am I coming in clear? Am I coming in clear? Please just give me a little comment. Let me know that you are hearing me all right and that I am coming in clear. Hopefully somebody will let me know. I know one thing, if you can't hear me, you'll let me know, right? All right. So let's talk about key factors to getting deployed. Some of this you may have heard, some of it you may have not. Again, we're just giving you the TPAS perspective. And this information that I'm giving out is based on the 11 years of training adjusters. And I think we started doing the licensing class in 2015. Our first initial class was the contents class. So since 2015, helping new individuals who's coming into the insurance field, specifically into the claims adjusting arena, so to say. Um, this list was derived as a result of our observations with how all these folks that we have trained since 2015 have become successful in the industry, got in, and done a great job. All right. Hold on one second. Is anybody hearing an echo? I feel like I'm hearing a little bit of an echo. Is that a little better? I think that's a little better. I'm not getting as much feedback in my ear. Okay, so one thing I'm going to say, even though it seems very obvious, first and foremost on the list, I would say finish the licensing process. I know in my scenario I just gave, you got your license. I'm assuming you got your license. Finish the process. All right. I think when you take the pre licensing courses and stuff online, I think you have up to a year to apply for your adjuster license for whatever state that you're located in. That's what most states give, is a year. So go ahead and finish. Let's start there. Get your fingerprints, Put the money aside. All right. Get it done. Okay. You know what? I forgot my little opening music, y'all. You're going to feel a little bit like that when you get that license. All right. Going to feel real groovy. All right. Okay. So I'll say that I'll say it because it needs to be said because you would not believe. Even in the experience that I have had with everybody that I've trained, so many people come to class and don't finish the process. Can't take advantage of the opportunity if you're not licensed. Okay. All right. Next, what I want to talk about, another key factor, you got to get your knowledge base up. We talked about this maybe 2 podcasts ago. You got to get your knowledge base up. Hopefully, you have a network, a natural network that's around you with family, friends, church members, associates, whatever, friends of the parents. Somebody's got a business out there that you can, look in on. Somebody's got a plumbing business, a construction business, an electrician's business, an HVAC business. Somebody got something that you can tap into and say, hey, hey, cousin, can I hang out with you this week? Learn a little bit more about what you do. Learn a little bit more about those HVAC components and in handlers and the outdoor handlers and okay, um, Freon and so forth and so on. All right, just giving that as an example. You got to get the knowledge base up because you can do everything you got to do, but then when it's time to get deployed, they put you on the job. You don't know what you're doing. It's going to be grand open and grand close. Now, that's not to say if you don't do good at your first deployment that it's, going to be a crash and burn type of situation. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, it will not be like that. No, you're going to have an opportunity to try at it again. But the more prepared you are on the front end, the better your success will be once you start rolling. All right. Knowledge, knowledge, knowledge. Knowledge is everything in this industry. Get it up, get it going. Don't take that for granted, you all. You're in a lull right now. You're wondering, why isn't anybody calling me? Don't sit on your hands. Do some work. Get your knowledge base up. Start studying. Connect. Get with an apprenticeship program. Whatever the case may be. All right. Get that knowledge base up. Now, next, I would say another key factor based on what we've observed with our people is carrier certifications. Carrier certifications. And I'm listing all this out, but it's not in any particular order, okay? Because really you got to kind of go at all of this simultaneously. All of this is priority. All right. Your carrier certifications. We'll talk about next what those good carrier certifications will be, but getting carrier certifications has helped to get a lot of my people in the door. Um, you want to get on the rosters. Got to get on the rosters. This is not like it's not like your regular 9 to 5 job. Um, it's not a hey, I got this license, I put my application in, or I sent you an email, or I even may have even called and left a message, and you guys are going to call me back. You guys have to realize that there these companies on their rosters have tens of thousands of adjusters. So you have to be the one to stand out. How are you going to do that? One, what increases your chances in this industry, if you're going to be an independent, what it can increase your chances greatly is the more rosters you're on. Now, everybody may not agree with me on this who's been in the industry as long as I have. I'm just going off of this is what we have instructed our folks. This is what they have done, and they have become very successful as a result of following our lead. Okay? Do whatever you want to do. All right? This is not something written in stone. It's just what works for my folks. But you do have to be tenacious at this because you do have to. This is going to be like it's a job trying to get a job, basically. And you're going to have to work at it. All right? So with everything else that you got to work on, you got to work on that too. So you want to get on these rosters, big time, big time. Rosters, rosters, roster, as many as you can. If you're not working right now, that's ideal. Or if you're working part time, then you can put in some real hours to get on these rosters. And the thing is, you can't take it for granted. Every single one of these companies are sovereign unto themselves. They have their own process of how they bring in applications, how they onboard new adjusters. Some of them even have you take different aptitude tests. Some of them have you go through certain training modules before you even get put on the roster or to qualify to be put on the roster. Some is just as simple as filling out a 1 to 2 page application and then you're in there. So because of that, and you don't know which company is going to ask for what and how extensive it's going to be, then you want to make sure you're applying for as many as possible. Another reason why you want to do that as well is because each one of these IA firms, you'll have carriers like State Farm, for instance. They will hire possibly 45 IA firms a year, right? And they give different assignments to each firm. Not all the time, every firm is getting the same assignment or the same area or the same storm, right? So because of that, State Farm may give pilot claims in the Northeast. They may give Renfro claims in California. They may give Alacrity claims in Texas. And so because of that, you want to be on all of those rosters because maybe there's no room over there at Renfro, but maybe there's a way you can get in with Alacrity, right? So that's why you want to be on as many as possible because you just never know where that opportunity is going to come from, okay? That's going to be key. Next is, let me see. So we talked about getting your knowledge base up, actually finishing the licensing process, licensing, getting on rosters, state licenses. State licenses. We're going to talk about in our next subject. What time I got? Okay, I'm on good time. We're going to talk about in just a few minutes. I think that's a good segue to talk about state licenses. I think that was next on the list. If not, I think carriers were next on the list. So we'll do carriers first and then we'll talk about state licenses. All right. The popular carriers that you want to target. State Farm. Just got through talking about them. And you want State Farm. Listen, your license is all lines. If you have an all lines license for your state, that includes property claims. Property can be commercial, it could be residential, it could be farm and ranch. They have residential claims, property. Casualty claims, which is liability claims, sometimes auto accidents, as far as the medical damages can fall under liability, property damages will fall under property. Okay, slip and falls, right? Little things like that. Okay, FedEx truck, getting in a car accident on the highway, 18-wheeler getting in a car accident on the highway, okay? That falls under casualty, all right? And then you can also work claims in surety, in bonds, all right? Surety and fidelity bonds. You can also work claims in workers' compensation, all right? You can do all of the above. So don't limit yourself. I keep saying that. Push past your limits. Don't limit yourself. So I'm saying all that to say, because you do have that all lines license, go get State Farm property certified and auto certified. All right. Get both because you never know. All right. What may happen where you can take advantage of an auto opportunity. Maybe that's where the first deployment is going to come from. You don't know which direction. It's not going to look like what you think it's going to look like. Trust me. All right. So you want to make sure that you get on that. I know I'm probably feeling a little delayed today. Been staying up late doing some long hours, you all. So just bear with me. I want to make sure I'm getting my thoughts in right and giving you everything that I wanted to give you tonight. All right. Another popular carrier certification, if you can. And actually, I think you have to. I don't know if they're still charging people for it, but at one point they were. But I know occasionally they'll have upsurge of claims and bring people in to work. Tower Hill. Go look at Tower Hill. I think what's the company that Tower Hill uses? I think Integrity Adjusters uses Tower Hill. All right. Go get your Tower Hill certification. Get on Integrity Adjusters roster. See when they have the next Tower Hill certification on the calendar and go for it. All right. Another thing you want to go for, we already talked about, we'll talk about that in state licensing. But another carrier you want to go for, if they still have it, I might be a little out of the loop, but I know Allstate used to have a certification for field and desk, and so did Liberty Mutual. All right. And I think Liberty Mutual is now Liberty Mutual Safeco. So depending on how they're doing that now, but look into it. Okay. Get those carrier certifications. Either one of them can get you out the door. USAA is another one that you want to tap into. Carrier certification as well as nationwide. All right. Carrier certification. All right. Where am I at? I'm at 15 minutes. Okay. Y'all just listen. Ain't nobody got nothing to say. Good evening. Y'all probably tired too. All right. Last, I'm making this one short, child. What's last on the list? Oh, state licenses. All right, yeah, let's dive into state licenses to target. Okay. You already know. You know this. You guys know this, but maybe you just like to hear it. Every now and then we need a reminder. So, state licenses you want to target, you definitely Texas is going to be if is going to be one if you didn't get your original license in Texas. All right. If you're coming from another state outside of Texas. Texas. All right. Now, if you're in a state that issues an adjuster's license, you'll have to get that first license with that state first, then get your Texas license. All right. Texas, Oklahoma. I'll say this: you want to get licensing in wind and hail prone areas. Wind and hail prone areas. You know where tornado alley is, right? You know that's like Texas, Oklahoma, Kansas, Missouri, Arkansas. That's Oklahoma requires a license. Texas requires a license. Arkansas requires a license. Alabama. All right. Now, when you start getting down south, you're going down to Alabama. Now you want to look at the Gulf states because the Gulf states are popular for what? Hurricanes, right? So you want to do the Gulf states. You want to do Louisiana. You want to do Mississippi. You want to do Alabama. You want to do uh, Georgia because Georgia is also a little piece of Georgia in that Gulf. And then you're moving over to the east. You want to do Florida, the Carolinas, North Carolina, South Carolina. All right. Now I know what you're thinking. You've probably already gone on NIPR or Circon.com and you're looking at them prices for those licenses, especially if you have not yet had a deployment opportunity. So, but they want to see that you have licenses. This makes you more deployable because that means they have more versatility of assigning claims to you. And I'm going to tell you this, I'm going to tell you one more thing, and I hope I don't forget it before I finish this sentence. So, yeah, having these other state licenses make you more deployable. Now, I'll give you a little tip that I give my folks. I ain't going to give y'all too much. Now, I got to leave some for my people, but what I will say, what you can do to add some licenses onto your resume and have that in your tool belt, but that won't necessarily break your bank. I think that needs to be a whole nother like segment. Licenses, state licenses that you can get that won't break the bank. West Virginia. I think West Virginia is like maybe $25. Michigan and Minnesota. I think one of them's $15, one of them's $5. They may have even moved up to 20, but either way it go, those are lower. Those are not like, I think Texas is what, 50, $60. Oklahoma $60. Arkansas $60. Well, it's $60, $50 you till you ain't got nothing left. So in the meantime, and again, it builds up the licenses on your resume, right? Helps to kind of start filling that stuff in. Hopefully that can get you in the door and get you in front of an opportunity, and then you can shine and show your personality after that. All right. Let me think. What else? What I was gonna say that I was hoping I wouldn't forget. You also want to target state licenses that are not that doesn't get a lot of adjuster attention. That's not very saturated. as far as adjusters having license. Like everybody get Texas, right? Everybody get Texas. Everybody go through Texas, right? Most of us do. New York. New York is a big time coveted license right now. There's lots of work in New York. There's lots of work in the Northeast, period. Places like, so again, just like how we did with contents, we took the job that did nobody want and we got good at it. Go to the state don't nobody want to go to and master it. Why not? Why not take a chance on yourself? You can do it. You got this. Honestly, look in my eyes. I'm serious. You got this all day long. So why not get a license in Connecticut and post up there? There's work up there. Why not get a license in New York? Why not get a license in Delaware? Now, mind you, they expensive. Connecticut expensive. Delaware expensive. However, it'll pay off. It'll pay off if you are one of X amount of adjusters that you the only one there. Hawaii, Alaska. Just a suggestion. Washington, not DC, the other one on the other side. I'm just saying. Listen, I'm just trying to get y'all the game. If I could go back and know what I know now, that's probably what I would have did. I would have went somewhere abstract. I'd have been up in, I don't know, Idaho somewhere doing claims and would never run out of field claims, okay? Or probably even desk claims. All right, y'all, let me quit playing. Or New Mexico, Utah, all those are licensed states, but not a lot of people got licenses in those states. Nevada, go to where no one else is going to. Just something to think about. Do what no one else is doing. Think outside the box. All right. All right. Last, we're going to talk about what we're going to talk about last. I said state licenses. I said carrier certificate. That's all I got. That is all I have for this week. I mean, we only got 30 minutes, you all. And for once, I'm actually finishing early. So if anybody has any questions, please send them in. Put it in the comments. Anything, questions, comments, disagreements. Okay. Charlene, what you just said, that ain't right. Or there's more to it. Send it in. Let me know what you're thinking. All right. Auntie, thank you. Okay, you guys, have a great night. Have a great night. And when I see you again, will be next Wednesday, 8 p.m. Central, right here for the adjuster checkup. Thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you all next week. Have a good night. Bye.